Oh, God. He's behind you. Oh, not his eye. No, 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 please. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to Demon Slayer. We are now on to episode 5 of the season, which is called I Even Ate a Demon. Not exactly the kind of title that I ever thought I'd have to read. I don't really want to look too much into it, but considering her with the Hashira that we know eats a lot, I'm really kind of curious as to what that might mean. I somehow don't think it's referring to her though. We already know that there is one of the characters, what's his name? Genya. We know that Genya does eat demon flesh in order to activate whatever the heck it is that he's able to do. So maybe that's what we're talking about. Or maybe that happens to anybody who does it. I'm not sure, but either way, it's an interesting title. Last episode, we had Tanjiro go through his training with swordsmanship with Muchiro, and it was absolutely adorable. And we got to see that when he wasn't training the students, that Muchiro is actually working with the other Hashiras and practicing at nights because they feel like they need to keep stepping up their game if they're going to be going up against upper level demons and of course against Muzan at some point. And they were saying that they think that there should be more actual training for the Hashiras happening while they're leveling up all these kids. And I actually agree with that. And yeah, Tanjiro pretty much cleared. It didn't take him very long because we already know that what Tanjiro's been through, he's already at a level that far exceeds most of the other trainees at this moment. So yeah, we're going to be moving on to the Love Hashira and whatever she's got to train. Without further ado, let's do that. But just before I do, a reminder that if you'd like to be notified of when I do uploads to this show or anything else you might be watching of mine, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button, as well as that notification bell so that you can be in the know. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right now. I was gonna say, look how Tanjiro makes everyone happy, but she's always happy, so. Just eat it up, boy, you deserve it. You've got so much going on with them muscles, you know, you can spare a cheat meal. Ooh, that's a whole honeycomb on top. You little flirt, Tanjiro. Whoa, what is this? What was that? That looked like it's gonna be a little interesting. I mean, listen, she said, I don't need no topless men around me right now, okay? It's been getting a little out of control with these topless Hashiras, so I don't mind, but it's feeling a little bit like a gym suit, a little jumpsuit there. I don't know. I don't know, guys, I don't know. I love that. Exactly. Beautiful. Okay, Tanjiro. 1000%. Reduces injury too. Don't giggle yet, bro. Oh! Oh my god! Ma'am! Exactly! The groin muscles be tight! You gotta warm up to Look at the Tanjiro's like, I'm good. Breathe, breathe. Just breathe through it. But hey, you're gonna be able to do them Jean-Claude Van Damme kicks in no time, friend. If you don't know, look it up. Damn. Wow. Did he? Wow, we skipped all of her training already? Oh, I forgot he has a crush on her. Wow. Damn. Why did... Okay, she doesn't know though. She doesn't realize that he's got a crush. Come on, she would have done that with anybody. Bro. Now poor Tanjiro having to pay for this man's unrequited love. Right? He didn't even do nothing. Huh? Well, that's gonna encourage accuracy, that's for sure. Hell? Right? Like, did they do anything? No. Damn. Annoying me. Yep. You know what? That's valid. I see that. I feel it. I think they soiled themselves. Y'all you're not gonna die from a little slap from a Boken. Relax. You might bruise up, but you'll be alright. Although Tanjiro can hit real hard. You hesitated though. Bro, he doesn't want your girlfriend, I promise you. Yeah, you need to trust yourself, Tanjiro. Too long. Poor Demon Slayers. Hey, they annoyed him. They're not innocent victims here. That's part of, I guess, whatever he's capable of doing. Just pretend they're not there, bro. I don't know what else to tell you. They will, but that's what makes you do it accurately. Yep. Because he don't want to hit y'all tomorrow. This is where you should be training right now. Take a water break and get your asses back up. Exactly. He cares. Thank you. Get your asses up. Taking a nap. Like that snake Yashira is not completely insane. Yeah. Tanjiro, you've literally been impaled. This is nothing. Come on. He's not even fully healed yet, you big meanie. That's right. And trust yourself. Exactly. Pretend it's the trees. Okay, Tanjiro. Oh, not the clothes, not the drip. Oopsies, did I need that? Okay. It's okay, boo. Nande? You didn't figure it out when he mentioned the girl? No? Bless him. But at least he made it through the training. God, you alright, bro? Sarah's right. The other guys were ahead of Tanjiro, that's why. Oh, hi. Gonna die. They're holding on to Tanjiro. Oh! God damn! Not a Karachi Tomp in the neck. Fair enough. Period. You hit my sister. Exactly. He hasn't forgotten. We got beef. We got mutual beef. You forgot, didn't you? Look at Sandra's face like, I'm getting my lick back. He owes you a headbutt. Ow. Oh. God. All right. Just need to go to sleep, Zenitsu. His parents' death. Oh, he's so extra. I can't. He's jealous. Ooh, baby boy. They just jealous because you pretty. Really, again? I mean, we still haven't squashed this beef when that's your only living family, bro? No. Well, you guys are healthy. Excuse me, he battled an upper demon, have you? Oh. You're full of crap, Genya. Or, bro, otherwise you wouldn't be treating Genya like this if you didn't care. Punishing him for one moment when he was a kid. You know, I personally don't agree with the practice. either, but... Oh, God. He's behind you. Oh, not his eye. No, 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 please. What an asshat. Bro, just give up on that. That is not your brother anymore, clearly. He's about to blind you? Pretend you fainted. You actually should faint, because Zenitsu, you're pretty damn good when you are out unconscious. I don't think he is, because Tanjiro gets strongest when he's protecting people he cares about. Old guys? Bro's probably like 5 years older than you. Period. Exactly, it can't be both, bitch. Exactly. Tanjiro! That's right. Have you done an upper rank? That's right. Try him. I dare you. Come on, students. You can help. Oh, Tanjiro! Yeah, you forget. He's fought 2 upper ranks demons, not just 1. 2! Hurry up with you lightning legs, quickly. Ooh, that's close. Oh, stop hurting my baby. Please stop saying big brother. That man does not love you. Exactly. The way he's holding his hand. Right, exactly. Sorrows and prayers, bro. Okay, good. I'm glad that they all tried. I think that's for the best. He's clearly not there to train. Good, since he doesn't know how to train properly. That's not for you, but I appreciate the effort, Tanjiro. The Wind Hashira is a complete dick. I know he's got his own trauma, but he ain't gotta be like that to his little brother. Old wind guy. That man always complaining. Oh. Oh, hey! Inosuke! Stone Hashira? Alright, yeah, that is a bit terrifying. Bro is standing in the fire like it's nothing. That's okay, we're done. I'd like to quit now. Ah, no, come on. I kind of knew we were going to get 2 training arcs in one episode, but that I wanted to see it. So cute. Pretty. No guarantees. The strongest of the Demon Slayer Court. All right, yeah, that makes sense. Even the element of stone is one of the strongest ones out there. So, okay, that was a fun episode. That was really, really fun. I'm loving this training arc stuff. I really, really am. I thought we were going to actually spend like an episode per Hashira, but I guess we need to get to some type of confrontation before the end of the season. So that's my guess of why we just kind of rushed through the Love Hashira's arc. I thought that was funny though, her putting them into ballet tights. But hey, whatever works, right? Like, I feel like it was actually really good because egos run pretty high when you've got a lot of men together a lot of times. So kind of putting them into something where they had to focus more on what they were doing, and, you know, it humbled them. It kept them humble. The fact that they were dressed like that kind of had them more focused on what they needed to do versus, you know, trying to best each other. And hilarious. Oh my God, the way she just like ripped the groin muscles of these guys. I am cackling. But she's right. Her flexibility absolutely was a huge asset to her in her fight against the Hashira, not the Hashira, the upper rank demon. So yeah, obviously very good training, and Tanjiro did quite well. Look, I feel like Tanjiro's always been fairly flexible as well. Just with someone like him who's so muscular and so strong, it is very easy to get all tight, you know, tight in the wrong areas, particularly in the groin. I think all of us actually get pretty tight in the groin if you don't make an effort to stretch that area. So anyway, that was very quick. I wish it had been a little bit longer, but I guess there's not much to show in that particular capacity. And we moved right on to the Snake Hashira. And that is hilarious that he hated Tanjiro because the Love Hashira sent him a letter talking about how she had a breakfast with him or whatever. Like, that is so funny. But I forgot about the fact that he made her the socks last season, and he has a little crushy crush that he can't quite express directly, I guess, at this point. But that is hilarious. And what's even funnier is that you'd think Kendry would have noticed that, because she seems to always be looking out for love or affection, but I guess she probably isn't even thinking that any of the other Hashiras feel that way, because A, they're her workmates, and B, she's been rejected a few times in the past. But anyways, I thought that was kind of funny, but I really like the lesson that he had to give Tanjiro, like obviously tying up the poor students and making them endure unnecessary hits just because of a training program was a little extreme. But I've been saying for a while now that I think that these other demon slayers need to get this sense of urgency literally beaten into them, because too many of them are just happy to just give up or complain about how hard it is or just sit there and whinge. And it's like, bro, this training is here for a reason. Like, these Hashiras have all taken time away from what they would normally do, which is seeking out demons and taking care of them, so they can train your newbie butts so that you will hopefully not die immediately when going up against demons or higher ranked demons. And y'all are sitting there complaining about the fact that it's hard. Like, yeah, so is fighting a demon, bro. Like I guess most of these people, I guess most of these demon slayers have only ever gone up against lower level demons. So they think, okay, I survived that. That's not so bad. But these Hashiras are really trying to drive it home that these upper ranks are just like nothing they've ever seen. And even what they're doing to these guys is nothing compared to what the demons will be able to do. So anyways, I thought that was a good reminder. And I really liked how after that first day, Tanjiro was still practicing well after. And they're all like, why are you still practicing, bro? Like, the day's over. And he's like, because I clearly sucked and I don't want to possibly be whacking all of you guys tomorrow. That's why. Like, I don't want to take more beatings, but I also don't want to hit you. So I got to practice because I'm not that good. And that's when it clicked. That's when the light bulb goes on for them. Like, huh, yeah, I guess we should practice too. Like, yes, bro, you should be. If y'all are getting tied up every day, it means you're pissing the man off. Get to work. Like, I honestly get why these Hashiras are a little bit annoyed. But in the trainees' defense, it sounds like the Demon Slayer Corps has never really put too much pressure on the Demon Slayers before to really learn and push themselves the way that they should be. And maybe that's because Muzan's always been kind of more of an idea, or because they've been able to manage a level of balance. I don't know. But anyways, I'll give it that much. I'll give them that much, and that it's probably never been this way before. But yeah, it's kind of like Muichiro said last episode, like I'm not sensing the urgency here. You guys need to understand how dead ass serious this is. And obviously Tanjiro already knows, because he has faced up against upper rank demons like consistently since the end of season 2. And so, the middle of season 2. So he really already knows how hard it is and how important it is. And obviously we know that by extension, Zenitsu and Inosuke are in the same boats. And again, Zenitsu is always trying to run from it. But what I love is that even though his waking form is always just obnoxious and so afraid, we know that his sleeping form is definitely taking in all of this knowledge. And I don't know, like, speaking of the Zenitsu, we might as well go into the third arc of training. We get started with the Wind Hashira, who him and Tanjiro have beef. Just like with the Snake Hashira. The Snake Hashira was kind of milder from season 1, but we all know with the Wind Hashira that he's the one who tried to take out Nezuko. And so Tanjiro has been he's been waiting to headbutt that man for a minute now. But anyways, Zenitsu literally trying to hide and begging Tanjiro to like get him out of this training because it's so hard. But it's so interesting that, like I said, Zenitsu, I wonder if at some point the Demon Slayers will see, because I think the only person who's seen that Zenitsu, the way that Zenitsu moves when he's actually moving outside of Tanjiro and Inosuke, has been the flashy Hashira. I think he's the only person who's seen just how crazy Zenitsu can go. They all, for the most part, have only seen freaking out, screaming, crying, whining Zenitsu. And I just keep wondering who's going to notice, who's going to see at some point that this kid needs to fall asleep or pass out in order to like get into his actual like badassery. I don't know. I'm just keep wondering if that's going to happen, and if there's ever going to be a time when those two consciousnesses cross over. But anyways, when Hashira training started off, and like I said, there is beef between the Wind Hashira and Tanjiro. And I really like that Tanjiro's like, I ain't forgot you neither. Like, don't mistake the fact that I'm kind of nice and respectful to mean that I don't remember that you came after my baby sister. I'm going to come for you. Know that. We see that the Wind Hashira is very, very harsh. Like, he's the harshest out of all of the trainers he's had so far. He's not giving the boys breaks. They literally pushing them until they throw up and just beating them. Like, he's clearly not giving them any type of leeway. It's like he's getting off on seeing them suffer. And Tanjiro is having a hard time keeping up with him, even himself, just because of the speed and the literal, just the sheer force of his attacks. So we see that, he's trying to just push through it like he always does. And then we see that there's this moment between Genya and his older brother. And of course, we know from was that last season? Yes, last season we saw the backstory with Genya and his brother and why there is this rift between the two of them. And we see that poor Genya is still trying to make amends for really what was just a moment, like a bad choice, a bad moment, but a moment nonetheless. And I understand why his older brother was hurt by it. I understand why that moment would have been just a defining moment for him in many ways. But I also just feel like, bro, it's been years since that happened, like years. You've trained yourself to be a demon slayer. You're now one of the best. You see your brother, he's picked himself up and he's followed in your footsteps because he looks up to you. And now he's attempting to let you know again that he's sorry for what he said and what, the way he acted. And you're just doing everything you can to continuously hurt him. And it's like, yeah, that part, it sucks. And we see that, of course, Tanjiro being Tanjiro is like, he's trying to encourage Genya silently, like, yes, keep trying. Like, he's your brother. He's going to forgive you. And understandable, because Tanjiro had such a healthy relationship with his family. He just doesn't get why any family member wouldn't be more loving towards each other, especially since him and Genya are very similar in the fact that they both are the last, they only have one surviving sibling after a demon attack. So you'd think that, in Tanjiro's mind, they should be really working to be with one another. But as we see, the Wind Hashira has got a lot of venom in his heart, a lot of hate, a lot of anger, and he is just taking it all out on Genya. And we see that it's to the point where when Genya says that he went to the lengths of eating a demon in order to be strong enough to fight, even though he was beyond his limits, we see that his brother doesn't have any type of empathy or sympathy for what his brother's trying to tell him. Instead, he decides to look down on him and to shame him for it, and then tries to literally blind him with that. So thank God for Tanjiro and him stepping in between. And interestingly, because, hearing like Zenitsu being like, you can't get into this fight, I was like, actually, I'm not saying it's going to be an easy fight for Tanjiro, but if there's anything that fuels Tanjiro, it's protecting people he cares about, protecting his family, chosen and actual blood family, and those who can't protect themselves. Like, that's what fuels Tanjiro from a deep level. And this guy, the Wind Hashira, has no idea what Tanjiro is capable of. Like, he thinks he does. He thinks Tanjiro's still the same kid that showed up at the Hashira headquarters all that time ago, back in season 1. No, Tanjiro has grown in so many ways since then. He has no idea. And that's why you saw that even when he was fighting Tanjiro, he was surprised at Tanjiro's reflexes, at what the fact that Tanjiro was able to take a lot of his hits. It's like, bro, respectfully, you're a badass Wind Hashira, but you're no upper rank demon. Respectfully. Anyway, I really respect Tanjiro for stepping in. And basically, I love that he gave that speech to you saying, look, you can't say in one breath that he's not your brother anymore and don't call me brother, and then in the other breath be telling him you need to quit right now. Like, you can't. You either have to, if you're not involved, stay out of his life. Stay all the way out. Good. But I like that Tanjiro kind of inspired the other students to jump in and actually try taking him on too, because I think they all recognized how messed up it was, what he was saying. But in the end, we see that Tanjiro got in trouble, which understandable, We see that at least, the worst that happened is that he was told to stay away from the Wind Hashira, that they needed some timeouts from each other, and that he would not continue to train with him for the time being. But well, at some point, I guess there's things that this Wind Hashira could teach him, and I'm hoping that they can figure out a way to kind of at least call a truce, because we need everybody on the same page here. And Tanjiro really didn't do anything wrong as far as that man's concerned. So anyway, we'll have to see what happens with that. But we see that Tanjiro basically just got a pass and pushed forward, and they've moved on to the Stone Hashira, both him and Zenitsu. And we see that Inosuke is already with him, so I don't know if that means I guess he was way ahead of both Zenitsu and Tanjiro. I'm not sure. But either way, that's where Inosuke is. So I'm glad that we're going to have our trio back together at last. And yeah, it's looking like the Stone Hashira training is no joke. He's got them chanting Buddha lines all of a sudden. They're all of a sudden he's like, listen, you're gonna train under me, y'all gonna become Buddhists. Just know you're gonna find peace in these waterfalls. Okay. But yeah, another really good episode. I enjoyed that a lot. It was super fun and funny, and I'm just enjoying it. Like, this training arc is so much fun. Like, I haven't had this much fun with the training arc since season 1, so I'm enjoying it. And yeah, can't wait till the next episode as usual. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, please show some love, and I will see you in the next one.